Hello. Let's see if it works. Okay, so we have some people on YouTube and some people on Twitch. Again, trying to double stream because that's what the cool kids are doing. Okay, let's see. Boom. Okay, here we are. Perfect. So let's see. So what are we doing? And the chat is also working. That's good. Well, it seems like it at least. So what are we doing today? Well, continuing on that. Well, I don't think I've showed that in the last live stream, but maybe I should share that I'm live. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I should put that into Discord. So here we go. Boom. Okay. Let me see. Let me check something. Boom. Okay. It's weird. It can't change that. It's funny. You can't put in emojis when you are streaming from Restream. Apparently, that's weird. Anyway, okay. So what are we doing today? I'm working on Shells and Mortar, as some of you know, and that is actually going pretty okay. Now I had a few days where I didn't have so much time, but when I had time this weekend and yesterday, I was actually battling a little issue I ran into, and I don't know if it's a bug in Unity or a bug in NGO or a bug in the game. All I know is that it's kind of weird, and it's not only related to Shells and Mortar. And simply what the bug is about is that, and I can show you in a moment, I'm starting up the game now, but I just before going live, I was starting up an upgrade to the latest Unity version just to see if it has anything to do with that. And that's what we are actually testing now. And also if this bug is gone that I had last time in Unity, where it didn't capture the mouse when the mouse was, let's see, no, that bug is still here. Perfect. Really annoying. Anyway, so it's just box on box on box on box. Okay, so let's see here. That doesn't matter, it's down there. Let me show you the bug. And if it's still there, I'm just gonna roll back the Unity upgrade just to rule that out from any other issues. So the bug is basically this. Hello Relay, hello Konako, QEQ3, hello. So let's see if I can, okay. I will zoom out in a bit. zoom in a bit so you can see. Okay, whoa. Why is it not even connecting? Okay, let's try again. What? Okay. One issue just taking over from the other. Now I have another issue, apparently, and that's something that happens in the latest version of Unity. And this one actually, is that because it have upgraded the NGO? Just a second. Okay, this is just... it's because... Okay, yeah, I know why. So, okay, let's go back. So this issue I'm seeing now, that we saw here in the corner before, it's gone now, this one. Argument out of range, something with some fixed string being weird. That was an issue. That is why I haven't upgraded to the latest NGO version. Now I try to upgrade to the latest Unity version to see if my original issue was related to that. Okay, this is gonna be super complicated for no reason. And now I'm seeing this. Apparently it's because when I upgraded to the latest Unity version here, it automatically upgraded to the latest version of NGO. So now I have that issue too. So let's downgrade again. Okay, let's downgrade. But while it's downgrading, I can explain the issue, which is weird. And I asked in the Discord, these in the NGO multiplayer Discord thingy, and they also said it sounded weird, but apparently it's not something that a lot of other people have been. No, yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so now I'll start up in the right version. Okay, so the issue basically is that it seems like when so a network object in Unity can, in this NGO here I'm using, can have something called a network variable. That's basically a variable that can be kind of a string or a number or a true and false. And when you set that, it's automatically behind the scenes synchronized between the host and all the clients. So it's something you can use for how much health or money or whatever. In my case, in this case, it's used for the mortar to know what entity, what shell needs to be in the mortar. So when you put a shell into a mortar, it saves the ID of that shell type, so it knows what to spawn when it's firing off. So I'm using it for that. And a network object can have multiple components with multiples of these network variables on it. And these are only triggered. One of the benefits of them is that they are, first of all, synchronized between stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. Also for late joiners, people joining after the game have started. So it's being synchronized automatically. But one of the other benefits is that it's only updated when it's changed. So it doesn't update, it doesn't send it out to everybody every second or every whatever tick in the game. So that's pretty smart. The bug I discovered while doing the shell and mortar was that apparently every time you change ownership of a network object, it apparently triggers an update, a delta update on all the network variables on that specific network object. So that means when I pick up the mortar, for instance, it will send to all the clients that this mortar's fuse state, its ignition state, and what shell is in the mortar. That has been updated, and it sends that out to all the clients, it seems. So all the clients get an update saying this has changed. But when you look at the value, it haven't changed. It's the same. So it's an unnecessary, oh, coffee, yes. I actually drink the coffee before, so I'm having a soda this time. But so it's not actually related to the shell mortar system. It's a general thing, and it might have been there all along. I just haven't noticed it before. I can work around it. It's no problem. I just wanted to spend some time investigating this issue because it's a lot of unnecessary calls. You know, imagine you are a server with 10 people that is structuring things and moving things around. Every time they pick up an item, everybody gets a notification that this object has been not only moved, but also changed a lot of internal values that it needs to figure out its state and stuff like that. And the values are actually the same. So it's unnecessary traffic, it's unnecessary execution logic on all the clients. So that's weird. So that's why I spent a little time investigating to see if I can figure out what I'm doing wrong, or alternatively prove that NGO is wrong. So I spent some time on that yesterday and during the weekend, but I can't find any other having the problem, so it must be something with my system, but I can't figure out what it is. So right now I've decided to log it as a bug in my backlog and then continue to move on with the shells and mortar. Then I can look into this later on again. Okay, how do I add the mods to the lobby? Relay as the host, and that will also be I will make a change to the UI and how this works later on, because I understand your question, because it's not super obvious right now. But when you create a host, that host and the mods that you have enabled, if you go to the workshop and you go in the bottom where it says collection, there you can see all the installed mods, and you can see which one is enabled or enabled, disabled, which one is enabled. And all the ones enabled there will be in your game and being synchronized in the lobby. So that's why. Just why, no one cares. Yeah, but that's... If you don't care, please don't watch the stream. This is a technical stream. This is what's going on behind the game, you could say. Anyway, let's do this. But people apparently do care about shells and mortar. That's a very requested built-in feature, especially now that Panini's script doesn't work anymore. Or it works in the normal version, but it doesn't work in the multiplayer version. You have a job? Yes, I have a full-time job. I'm a IT consultant programmer, basically. I'm a developer. So I work in code all day. And then when I'm off work, I make this game. So, anyway. Let's see here. So, let's start up again. Yeah, but I'll just continue. I've logged it as a bug on my own, and then I will look into it later on. Why? What job? Dealing drugs? What? Why do need to now? Tio, I'm still working on the shell and mortar system. I just ran into some bug that I just went through, but yeah, you can rewind and see that. Okay, here's the logic. No Walter White. You look like someone who wants to tell you to come to his house. Just why? I think you need to find another stream. I think you're in the wrong place. People are crazy. Anyway, so okay, so let's check that stuff is actually working here. I don't know, I've been haunted by a box which seems to not be really related to the game, but being Unity and NGO like. But let's check that things are still working here. So let's place these and let's put in a mortar in one of them, and then join this one. Bam, bam, bam. Make your sound better, please. Make your sound weather, please. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so that is synchronized correctly. Okay, perfect. So you can see actually the bug here. Maybe it's a little hard to see, but when if you look over here in the console in the client, when I touch this here and release it again, you can see it writes out these here that the unshell loaded thing was changed, but it's being skipped, and that's some logic I added now to avoid this problem. So when the value is the same as the previous value, it just say, okay, that it's a mistake, just move on, forget this. But it does the same on the launch state here, and yeah. So yeah, it's weird. But I don't want to spend more time on that anyway now. So let's see. So we have that synchronized. We have the fuse down there. That's all good. We can ignite it. Whoops. So let's see here. Yep, synchronized. Boom, perfect. Works. Okay, all good. So let's see. What is the next on my little to-do here? Relay, Relay, you haven't tried the multiplayer before? Just why you have to take it down a bit, else you will have to find another stream, because usually we have a lot better and happier community and chat than this. You're not really adding to it, to the good vibe. But what are your serious questions then, Just Why? And nice you got the game. Thank you for the support. You can ask questions, no problem. But ask questions that make sense. Don't just say, nobody cares. Because if you don't care, you can find another stream. No problem. Okay, so to make something that is a little more interesting, let's try and make because right now the mortars are not reloadable. So you can't really reload them. So let's take a look at that. Oh, maybe I did actually fuse game is server loader. I might actually loaded shell empty. Just a second, let me check something here. So it's if it's set to nah, that should be okay. Maybe they should actually be reloadable now. Let me just check here. Can you guys add shells to multiplayer? That's exactly what you're looking at. So if you cared and listened a little, you would hear that you can maybe also see it in the title. That is exactly what I am working on. But that's a good question. And I'm adding this because, yeah, first of all, I wanted it to be a part of the game for a long time, just didn't have the time, and I didn't really need to because Panini did a script that made it work in the normal version of the game. But that's not possible in the multiplayer version as it is now. So, and it's apparently a feature that people want a lot. So I am working on it now to add it natively, because I can also do more stuff than Panini could with mods. So let's hope it becomes good and multiplayer enabled. What? Come on. And what I'm doing here on the screen now is, on the left side I'm the host, and on the right side I'm the client. Normally I would full screen this, and I would full screen this one, because then it's easier to see what's going on. The problem is that apparently there is a bug in Unity or something, so that when I do that, the mouse is not locked, so I can't really control stuff, because I can click now. If I click now, it goes over here. So it's really annoying, and that's why I have to make it so it's a bit smaller. Really, really annoying. Anyway, so let's try now and see here. So the host put in a shell in this one over here. We can see the fuse, which is not looking very nice, but it's there. And so let's shoot that off. And did I hit it? Yeah, okay. So it went off, bum bum. Perfect. Maybe I should put some sound on here. Yeah. So let's see if I can load it again. Oh, working. Let's check something. I want to see if I'm a little afraid that we are just adding. I can zoom in here a bit. Is it this one? Yeah. So yeah, so that's the problem. Okay, so it is reloadable now, but as you can see here, I don't know if you can see that. So this is the this is the mortar I've just spawned, the model, the launch position, blah blah. So these are the two effects from the previous one that was added to this one that was fired before when I fired off, and these are the new ones I just put in that is enabled as soon as I fired off now. So if we try and do like this, and then we zoom in here, oops, we should see that. Okay, if I actually ignited it, it's going there. So we should see now that that's the problem. I remember now. That's we are back to the fuse problem. We are back to the fuse problem. Yeah, okay. So it is actually reloadable now with the logic we have now, but I forgot that I didn't change anything on the fuse. And the problem is that a fuse in the game right now is only usable once. You can kind of reset it. So I have to make some logic to do that. What is the code for multiplayer beta? There's no code for it, Dennis. You just pick it in the beta drop down in Unity, in Steam. But if you go to the store page of firework MANIA and scroll down a bit, there is a banner says something like join multiplayer. You click that, and in there you can see in the bottom how you can get it. But there's no code for it anywhere. It's public, so you can just pick it in that beta drop down. And instead of having to delete your fireworks, a firework spawn limit, can you add like a spawn delay, since it's so annoying to delete your fireworks? I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, you can make mods. You can just see, if you look at my YouTube channel here, there is a link, there is a playlist with how to get started with modding. So just go ahead, just why. Yeah, 3 inches. Don't look at the size of the shell here. That's not really important. Okay, so yeah, you can make stroke rockets. They're actually pretty cool, I think. I really enjoy the I can't remember if it's called nuke or nuclear or whatever it's called. That rocket that just screams and then have nice looking smoke. It's in a mod. It's pretty nice. Okay, so we need to reset the fuse. Okay, shell fuse. Nope. So we need to find the fuse script. So initial ignition threshold, blah blah blah. That's when it's being done. Okay. So let's make a method on a fuse that can reset it. Reset? Okay, we already have that. What? Is that a built-in one? Reset, that's a Unity thing. Okay. We need to call it something else. Let's call it reset fuse for now. So what do we need to reset it? First of all, it's only the server that can do it. So is server. Then we do stuff, else we don't care. We can do it another way. We can do it like this, and then no, I have not returned false. So if we're not the server, we just go out. But if we are the server, so let's say we need to, so how do we want to do this? So we can say is ignited false, is blah blah blah. Will that trigger? So now I need what I'm looking at now is what things do I need to set back to some value. The thing is, a fuse consists of many variables and some internal ignition threshold, so it has some number so that you have to apply some fire to it for a period of time before it ignites. Yeah, so that's what I'm going through here, and I need to figure out which one I need to reset to make it reset. And I need to store that one too. So what I'm saying, Should I make my own long fuse too for the tube, starting with just 3 inch first? Actually, Amnesty, the size shouldn't really matter. If you make 3 or 5 or 10 or whatever you do, that shouldn't matter. You should basically be able to create all of them. And we will have to play around with figure out how long should the fuse that goes inside the tube be, so it kind of fits in most cases and stuff like that. Do we get paid for making mods? No. No. Just why you are really not adding to the to the community spirit. Oh my god. You have a really negative way of chatting. Oh, Amnesty, you got all 4 at once? Whoa, I also got all mine 4 removed, but 1 at a time. But they were also, like, I was younger, so they had to dig them out, you know, in the jaw here. So it was a bigger operation. Very few games you can make money on making mods, really, unless you make Counter-Strike and then make it into a real game, or DayZ or stuff like that. But yeah, else you should do Roblox games maybe. Yeah, but we got it just why modding is not for you, which is totally fair. Okay, so we have to set this one. So I have to damn it. I need to think a little here. So we need to have initial ignition threshold. Whoops, float. We have to store this value because this value is actually counted down as we go. So I need to set this so I can reset it at a later point in time. So we do it like this. So that means in the reset fuse, blah, 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 blah. But that's, damn it. That's a private one on the client. Oh, who would have thought that resetting a fuse should be so hard? Because this is a private variable on all the clients and the host. So I can't just set that back, or I can, but that will only be on the server then. I could. We can pretty easy get out of sync then. Okay, yeah, this is maybe a little cowboy, but let me try. Ignition threshold, ignition. So we do that before we check if we're the server. So we do that for everybody. Also client and the server, blah, 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 blah. Fuse, blah, 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 blah. Destroy. Shell fuse. So we do it here. So we say fuse dot reset fuse. Yeah. So call reset fuse, and that sets the ignition threshold back. It says the ignition value. So this, we set this one to false because it shouldn't show any visual. Is used. Blah 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 blah. That's just a property. Okay, so that's also a is used. So let's see here. Blah blah blah. It's a long shot. I don't know if it's enough. Let's see. Maybe it's enough. So basically, once the mortar have shot off the shell, it plays the effects. Then it destroys the custom fuse that was just applied, coming from the shell. Then we store this active shell effect before we set it to null, because we need to actually have it. No, we can't do. We can do something here. Yeah, we store a local variable here so we can keep an eye on it and see when it's done, and then we are done with this method. I just got an idea. Maybe we need to have a reference to the launch effect too, because then we can actually destroy it afterwards, and then we don't have that other problem. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, let's check if this is working. So now the fuse should, we saw that before that we could put in another shell into the mortar. Now, hopefully, we are also able to ignite it, because the fuse is now synchronized. It's now reset, and that reset is hopefully synchronized. Yeah, Amnesty, that Just Why guy just was here from the beginning and just super rude and negative on everything. Not really adding to the good vibe we have in the community. Oh my god. Just Why, you have to stop that negative stuff now. It's fine. You don't want to make mods. You don't get anything out of it. That's fine. But let people do what they want to do. For many modders like Amnesty and Guanaco, I think it's part of the game making mods. That's how I have it when I've made mods for other stuff. So it's part of it's another game in the game, kind of. So let's see here. Yeah, but Amnesty, you are moderator. Guanaco IG also made you a moderator. So if he continues, just show him how to find another stream. Let's see here. Still can't ignite it. Still not working. Let's see. This one we don't want to see, all these log messages. And we don't want to see this one. It's confusing. So here it should reset. Why is it not reset? initial threshold. There's something I'm missing. It's the remaining fuse time. Okay. So remaining fuse time. Okay, yep. So we need to do this one too. And that needs to happen on all of them. You can't get out of sync here. I might need to do something, but let's try it out. But I'm not sure this is actually the problem. We should still be able to ignite it. Just a second. Okay, I need to leave in 2 minutes. Fuse time. No. Let's see if it was this fuse time thingy. Let's see if this works. So let's see. So we ignite this. Okay, there's something wrong. Why does it keep adding that? Didn't I just remove that code? Okay, I forgot this one. And I forgot this one. Okay, fair enough. Take that afterwards. But why is this not happening? Okay, let me do some... Okay. So let's put in a breakpoint. Here. Breakpoint. Let's have a look. On the client, it's on the host itself, because it doesn't work here either. Okay, so we get in here. Is ignited false? Let's see here. So let's debug this. Client requesting for this. Okay. Okay. So just a second. Okay, back again. So it's this sent for client request for ignition sent. When are we saying that? That needs to be reset too. Okay. And I think it's to avoid client request for ignition sent. I think it's, yeah, okay. It's to avoid spamming the host when the client is, yeah, okay, makes sense. So let's try again. Whoops, let's stop it. Let's try again. So did that just Y guy left on his own, or Did someone help him? Or I still here? Yeah, there will be more mods for multiplayer, don't worry. But there are some technical issues or challenges right now, so that people like Gonako who do coding mods can't do all the stuff he wanna do. And it's sadly something I can't fix. It's something that's NGO, which is Unity's network thingy, need to fix. But they have told us that they would look into it, so we are just waiting for that to happen. And meanwhile, working on other stuff. Let's see. I also need to do something so it's easier to hit, because it's really hard to drop them in here. So, no, let's see. Damn it. We have to put the breakpoint again. Let's see. So it's not ignited. What? That's been set to false. Okay. Why is that true again? It can only be that if it's been down here. And then server only. Blah blah blah. False. Blah blah blah. Okay. Let's see. We try and do like that. And continue. And then. Okay. Now the client got disconnected. That's a thing when doing multiplayer games. It's really hard to debug. Because if you get stuck in a debug thing here, then things are timing out and then you have to start all over. But really, I actually don't need to join with the client right now, because the problem is also occurring on the host here. So I can basically just stay here right now, at least for now. But that's totally fine, Relay. Just you can always just try it out, you know, in a few months, then come back, check out the multiplayer, and go back playing the normal version. That's actually the whole idea of having this public beta, that you can switch back and forth. So now it have launched, and then let's take a look here in the debugger in Unity, because I should be able to take that mortar here and then look in the debug mode, yes, and then I should be able to know, yes. No, basically I should find a fuse, which is here, and then I can look here and I can see that it have remaining fuse time for first roll 150. You see client request for ignition sent, then that's false. So everything should be good. It's kind of weird why we can't. Then I put this one in. Why is that actually? Anyway, so let's try and do a debug. What's the fuse here? So we do debug here, and then now we try and ignite it again. So now it's actually, okay, so that kind of worked, and we get down to the igniting part. Is ignited false, and it's used true. But I'm setting that to false. So why is the used true here? Okay, we have to figure out where that one is set. So it's basically set here. Well, okay. That's a problem. The thing is that this is happening after, because these events here, they are triggering basically the logic over here. So the fuse reset, which set the is used to false, is being called before this one, which set it to true. So that's not good. An easy fix could be to do this before, but moving this line before these event invocations could maybe result in some other issues we don't want to have. I can't exactly say what it is, but moving something like this can be kind of dangerous, because then maybe somebody made some code that expect this one to be set in these, or so if the fuse is suddenly marked as used before these are called, but wouldn't it be fair enough to say that the fuse is used before it's triggering all of these? Let's try it quickly. Let's quickly try it. And then I have to go. Dinner time. Are we gonna make a mod maker in firework MANIA? No, not a mod maker in firework MANIA. Mods are mods, but there could, we have talked about some, in the community I've talked about that maybe it could be fun to have some kind of fireworks creator system. Of course, limited to have some limitations, but where you could kind of put your things together somehow. But that can pretty quickly be complicated. But it's not something I'm looking into right now. I need to have this whole multiplayer thing working with all the stuff I want to have with mods and everything. And then I have to figure out what to look for next to have some more content in the game, like some fireworks creator maker thingy, or some kind of role-playing career system where you have to buy fireworks and earn and buy licenses to be able to buy bigger fireworks, whatever, something like that. But that will be in the future. I can only do so much at the time. And you can see just some stupid thing like a shell system here is not trivial to do. Let's see. It's working. It's working. It's not working. It's not working. Damn it. Why is it not working? Okay, yeah, I have to investigate. But moving along. But I have to go now, sadly. Dinner time. But the issue now for getting to making the mortars reloadable, that is actually working. The issue now is that the fuses can only be used once. So I have to figure out how to reset it. And you can say, oh, that must be pretty easy. yeah, but it's not. So that's what I'm figuring out. No, not the same. It's not the same bug. This is something different, but I don't know why it don't wanna. It's because a fuse have, as I have shown, have a lot of different variables, and they have to be set back correctly at the right time for it to work again. Because really behind the scenes, the mortar have a hidden fuse that is used over and over again, because I cannot take a normal fuse and spawn on the mortar because it's a network object, and a fuse is also a fuse is a network component or behavior, so it can't be added to an already spawned network object. Nobody's following what I'm saying now, but that's the reason why I can't do it like that. But anyway, I'm out. See you, and yeah, thank you for joining this short little stream. It was actually an hour, but yeah. And Keltosai didn't even join, even though he was the one asking for it. But I didn't answer him in time, so he made other plans. Do you think we are from getting the first iteration of shells for me to try and base shells and base tubes right now? Yeah, I was hoping for this weekend I would have something ready, but you know, the last weekend here, but then I ran into that issue I talked about before. So let's see, I hope at the end, maybe in this weekend, we could have something, because these internal things, maybe also that reloadability I could do while you are testing it too. But I will ask you to not spend too much time on building too many things, because I might have to do something that will break it, but you can of course get access to it. And now I'm only talking to Gonarco and Amnesty, that is in the closed beta. They can try it out. But yeah, let's see. I'll ping you in the closed private forum when it's ready. But see you guys in the next stream. Bye.